Facebook for the classroom. What I want to do is show you groups. Groups allow you to group together your students and communicate with them in ways where the outside world cannot see what you're communicating with your students. Why this is important is in certain regulations. Being a teacher, you want a teacher-student relationship, not a teacher-friend relationship. Plus, you want to keep out the outside world, strangers, weird people, out of your Facebook group if it's a classroom setting. So this is how you do it. So right now, I'll show you some ways that I've been using it. Here's Digital Media Jackson Area Career Center. And what I'm having students do is turn their work in via Facebook. What have they been working on that day? And it could be anything from some 3D modeling and animation. So here's a 3D model that one of the students put together. And I could say, I could leave a comment on this. It says, just like that. So real-time feedback from the instructor on how the model looks, what the piece looks like, what they can work on. And I can also give out assignments. Take, for example, in this other group, here's the overall cluster. So it's a class it's got 3 classes put together: digital media design and print technology. So we group together all 133 students together, and in case I need to announce a field trip, so here's where I announce a field trip to CCS. Or maybe I want to give out an assignment. I can actually add an event. So that's the ability of groups. So let me show you how to make a group. And if you make a Facebook, okay, a Facebook is based upon a person, not an idea. So as a teacher, you would have to have a Facebook page. Your school couldn't have a Facebook page, but it's once you make a group, it becomes kind of a school rather than based upon a person. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So if I create a group, and since the design class needs one anyway, Jackson Area Career Center, and I can fill these descriptions in later if need be, which I'm going to. And here I could put organizations, and I could put academic organizations, or I can put entertainment and arts, and you can see a whole different field of topics on the other side. So one of these are based upon education, if I remember right. That only gives you the ability for searching. So if you're not worried about the outside world searching, because it's a privatized channel anyway, you don't have to worry about this. So here's academic groups, student groups. So I can give my number or Joseph Macklin's number if need be. Create group, and description required. And again, I could fill that with anything I want. I could fill it with the bio of the class if I wanted to later on. Okay, so here's the main page I wanted to show you. So you want to keep all these settings, but this is what you want to do. This group is closed. I know that doesn't make sense because you want it open, but you have to close it out and save it. So let's kind of look how this works. I'm not going to send any invitations. I'm just going to go back to the class, and I'm going to play a student. So I have 2 Facebook pages, one as professional Facebook page for as a teacher goes, and then I have my goof off, go outside and take pictures of the world type of photography, paint type of Facebook. Really, it's just a way of hiding from the relatives, but that's a different story altogether. www.facebook.com. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to join that as a student. I'm just going to use my other Facebook. And I know this is super blurry and it doesn't make sense right now, but it will in 1 second here when I show you this. So in order for the student to find it, they need to type that above. Design, open brackets, Jackson Area Career Center, close brackets. And they can search that out, and there it is. Okay, again, it's blurry because I'm using a different computer in the class. So I can use several computers at once if I want to. Okay, so here's the big button they have, request to join. Okay, so that means when the person gets from the outside world, a stranger coming in, all they're going to see is this. That's all they're going to see. Until I, as the admin, or one of my students as admins, and I can show you that later, they can go in here and say edit members and say requested. Okay, well, here's my alter ego, Jason Welsh, confirm. And back in Jason Welsh's, the other Jason Welsh's world, it looks like this. Now I get all the info. So that's how you have it so it's protected on the student's behalf. Then in the next little video, I want to show you how to maybe assign somebody admin rights, like one of your students, and then they can police their Facebook or the classroom's Facebook.